Today I will reveal a very traditional recipe which is from my island Kythera. The island is between Crete and Peloponnesos and it has a lot of food history. The reason is because back in World War II the Italians took over the island for several years, so the Greek traditional recipes were married in a way with the Italians. So today I'm going to do the Venetian Pastichio. The difference of the Venetian Pastichio that they still do it till today is that instead of having the pasta layered with the ground beef and the bechamel, we will have the exact pasta, but instead of ground beef or liver or ground chicken that I've done in the past, today I will do a twist with seafood because I'm seafood oriented. And the difference with the Venetian style is that it's going to be rounded with a very special dough that I will tell you the ingredients, which are sugar, butter, of course metaxa liquor. We're going to have egg yolks, which are going to be exactly 7 egg yolks and 4 whole eggs. We're going to use self-rising flour faring up. There is no certain amount because we're going to pour it till we see how much it needs. We're going to use extra virgin olive oil, of course. Here I have sea salt from the island. This is the only salt I use. And I'm already boiling the water to boil my pasticcio pasta. Here is my seafood and orange juice for the dough. We're going to move on the recipe and I will show you step by step how it's going to work. So here I put my pasta of pasticcio. Of course we do not break the pasta, we leave it as it is. And now I'm going to start beating the 2 cups and 2/4 of a cup butter till it gets super fluffy and white. And then I'm going to add slowly my sugar, my flour, the eggs and the orange juice. Infused with the metaxa to give the flavor of the sweetness of the dough with the savoriness of the dish. And we're gonna move forward. So the sugar, you put it a little bit, like as you do with the eggs on the cheesecake, or if you do a meringue and you put slowly the sugar, this is how exactly you add the sugar in the butter. You have a spatula to run on the sides of the mixer till it's fully fluffy and absorbed. Then you add the eggs slowly as a cheesecake, and then you add the orange juice and at last the flour. So here we are. You can see how fluffy the butter and the sugar have become. And at this point, I am changing this part because now we are going to have a dough type of pasta. That's why the eggs are separated to egg whites. So I'm going to put my hook. I'm going to place my hook here. I'm going to take all the sides of the butter with the sugar. That's completely, if you do this and you taste on your fingers, you feel there is no sugar, that's where you are perfectly ready. I feel no sugar, so that's what I'm doing. Now, my secret weapon, orange juice and a couple of tablespoons of metaxa. Metaxa has a special place in my heart because it reminds me the fire in Greece and have a zip which was beautiful in the island in the winter time and the loneliness. So here I'm starting with a hook and I'm adding first my egg yolks. And then I'm adding the egg yolk, the whole eggs, the 4 whole eggs, one by one. I'm gonna stop a little bit, scrape from the bottom. My KitchenAid is adjusted, but you always need to do that. As you see, my pasta here is already boiling. It's almost there. Let me see. It's almost ready. And now at this point, I'm adding the orange juice. Let me try. Orange juice with metaxa. Oh my god. I'm adding my orange juice. And then, as I told you, because every flour is different, but this is self-rising flour, there is no precise depending the climate of the how much you're gonna put. So you're gonna add by eye, slowly, till you have a firm dough. Okay. Now we start to the filling. The filling, as I told you, you can do ground beef, ground chicken, or liver that the traditional recipe is. I'm gonna add extra virgin olive oil that I use in anything that I cook. I'm gonna use garlic. I have already prepared my seafood, which is shrimps, cuttlefish, calamari. I have crab meat. This time I used artificial crab meat, which is nice too, because I didn't find the quality that I wanted. And here I have fresh sage. I'm gonna use that. Now I'm gonna add clams, mussels, everything inside. I'm gonna add the sea salt. Touch of pepper. I will let it absorb a little bit the liquids, and then I'm gonna flambe with ouzo deglaze with white wine. I'm gonna put my fresh tomato sauce. I will let it cook and reduce. The sage is gonna give an amazing flavor and freshness. So this I will mix with my pasta. This recipe, by the way, doesn't need too much of liquids, so you have to reduce at every point. So here is my ouzo. That's gonna give my beautiful fennel flavor. I flambe. Nice. And then I'm gonna deglaze with a little bit wine, and I'm gonna completely reduce. After that, I will add my tomato sauce, some butter. I'm gonna add an extra virgin olive oil touch at the end, and I will have a thick sauce with my seafood. So, as you see, it's getting reduced. Let me taste. The ouzo, the flavor of the seafood, I believe this is gonna be ridiculous nice. It's the first time I'm doing with seafood. I went beyond the traditions. And now I'm gonna add my pasta inside. The pasta is measured on the pot. Now I'm gonna tell you a big secret about this. As you see, I'm mixing. There is a saying, no cheese and seafood. Me, I love cheese. I would definitely add some feta here, maybe some kefalograviera. I won't do it at this point, but you can always do it. The sage is another element of flavor, and you're gonna see the sauce that I'm gonna put, which is gonna be cheese at the end. So here, now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna reduce a little bit my fire to the lowest. Here now I have a very special pot of Le Creuset that I love to work with, and this is where this is gonna happen. You need definitely a pot like this to do the Venezianico pasticcio, and you need to take out this screw and this part, because you need this hole while it's cooking, because you're gonna seal the dough and the dough is gonna be around the pasta. So this is a tip that I'm telling you that I will see. As you see here, I'm gonna take out this. It's like Le Creuset knew that we need this hole to do Venezianico pasticcio. That's so funny, actually. I'm gonna put it back, and here I have ready this amazing silky dough that I will show you how we're gonna fill out the pot. This will surround. Look at this, amazing, the metaxa and the ingredients that made it so silky and nice. So here we are with the silky dough. You don't need to leave it rest. I'm gonna cut it in 4, probably in more pieces, so I can work with it. So I'm leaving the biggest piece, maybe a little more. We're gonna do first the bottom. The bottom of the pot. You don't need to put anything. Actually, you have to find the exact form. So here it is. You see there is no flour needed. So the thickness of the bottom and the sides should be the same. Half millimeter, somewhere approximately there. Now I roll it here and I go on my pot and I place this on the bottom. You can see here that I already did that, and I'm gonna come around, because now I'm gonna start doing the sides of the pot in the same manner. So what I will do, how I usually do it, is I'm taking small pieces, of course you use the dough you have, and I go around. I hold a little bit up there and I combine this. This dough has the ability to combine with the dough on the bottom, so you're gonna see no changes on the forms. Try not to make it thicker. This is a thing you should do. Of course, I would like to tell you that it's good for the pasta to be cold when you, not cold, but room temperature when you put it in the pot to be ready. Okay. At this point, I'm coming to an end with the sides. They should be nice, sealed equally. This recipe reminds a lot of my island. my dear friend, I always talk about her about this recipe because she gave it to me, Renata. She's the, I believe, the only holder of this exact traditional recipe to perfection in the whole island. So I'm grateful to her because when I asked her to give me the recipe, because I wanted to use it and experience new ideas and recipes based on this, you know, she gave me the recipe exactly as she had it in her hands more than 70 years. So I'm grateful for that. You see, we have the dough here, and at this point, as you see, you have it equally thickness. You come at the edges and you cut the dough completely. At this point, I'm going to take my tongs and add my pasta inside. Make sure you get your seafood from the bottom of the pot, mix it in. Okay, here we are. This is a beautiful recipe to share with friends. You cut slices, you're gonna see at the end how beautiful it is. It definitely, with the end sauce that I have surprise, would be spectacular. Trust me, you need to put almost everything inside and squeeze it. Very, very good. You need to preheat your oven in a low temperature of 290 Fahrenheit. I have it, but every oven, and I would like to say this, has a different power on working, so you have to find your own exact temperature, but not so far from where you are. Try not to overcook your seafood because it's very, very important, and make sure it's 100% fill up the pasta. I didn't put any element of combining the pasta. I believe it's gonna thicken by itself, and I will tell you my only secret that I do at the end sometimes is to add, which we do a little bit sometimes, we add a little bit at the end of heavy cream. That's all. Not too much, a little bit. This is gonna have a kind of penne alla vodka color. That's the only thing. And here I'm gonna have to cover with the dough. I've done it in the past in a restaurant that I used to work. Individual, Le Creuset has individual if you want to do it, small ones. At least me, it helped me a lot. And I was serving it a la minute in individual servings. This is amazing. It was in a cast iron. Actually, that particular one had some hearts back then. So here it is. So as you see here, I am going to make sure it's gonna be stick together. Okay, I'm going only outside of the edges. I'm not going in, because when I put the cover, and as I told you, you need that hole on the top. You really need it. Okay, if you see any small hole, just because Okay, here you have it. And at this moment I'm gonna cover with the top and I'm gonna put it for 3 hours in the preheated oven to bake. Then I will cool down upside down and show you how to serve it with my secret sauce. The moment of truth. 3 hours later. It's very, very hot. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put a plate. And then here needs to be very careful. La crusette is very heavy and the filling actually is very heavy. And here it is. Oh my god, it came out perfect. Pasticcio venezianico. Here it is. Wow. It smells amazing. It took exactly 3 hours. And now we let it cool and then we're gonna cut and add the special sauce that I promised. And for the secret sauce, I'm gonna add heavy cream. I'm not gonna add any salt because I will add feta cheese inside. So I'm gonna make a cream of feta cheese with some pepper. I'm gonna take a large piece and I'm gonna crumble it inside. I believe half cup of feta cheese with 1 cup and a half, 1 cup of heavy cream. It's more than enough to create this amazing sauce. This sauce must not be cooked more than a simmer after the boil of a 3-minute simmer after it boils, and then you're gonna have a thin, nice sauce to serve individually as you're gonna see. Our sauce is ready. You see it's thickened with the feta. Now I'm gonna put 3 pieces of sage inside and I'm gonna leave it to step and give this beautiful mountain freshness of flavor that you're gonna meet in this. And I'm gonna cut nice and warm the first piece. So the shape is perfect. The dough is amazing. And I'm gonna cut it as a triangle. Let's see how it came out. It looks amazingly perfect. Look at this. Oh my god. Look how beautiful it is. And now I have here my sauce with the feta cheese. Here you are. Enjoy Venezianico pasticcio with seafood.